George W. Bush, the first elected president of the 21st century, serving as the 42nd president in the history of the United States. And he was inaugurated on January 1st, 2001. George W. Bush was one of the most polarizing presidents in the history of the United States, as he had many people who adored him and many who disliked him. Now, the question at hand following his presidency is if he was effective at what he did. Did he create a lasting impact on America? Did he do well? Was he effective at his job? Is the main question. Now, this video will help you determine whether you think that is a yes or you think that is a no. Let's start at the beginning. George W. Bush, son of George H.W. Bush, was born in Connecticut, where he soon moved to Texas, where he would spend the majority of his childhood. After attending boarding school, Bush pursued education at Yale University, earning a bachelor's degree in history. Following graduation, Bush signed up to be a fighter pilot for the United States military, where he did not serve any active duties. To gain honorable discharge, Bush began further education at Harvard School of Business to earn an MBA, where Bush used his education to start an oil and gas firm. His business led to obtaining a large sum of wealth to pursue his political career, where he unsuccessfully ran for Congress. However, in 1994, Bush would win an election against Ann Richards for the position of governor of Texas. Bush's political career started in 1994 when he became the governor of Texas, where he increased spending on primary and secondary education, promoted salaries of teachers, and overhauled the juvenile system. After a very successful first term as governor, he swept his next opponent in the 1998 Texas election, holding 70% of the vote. In 1998, Bush announced his candidacy for the 2000 presidential election. Joining the Republican Party with his chosen Vice President Dick Cheney, the 2000 election resulted in the closest race in the history of any presidential campaign, with Bush winning at 271 votes and his opponent Al Gore winning the popular vote. During Bush's 8-year-long presidency, spanning over 2 terms, he faced many challenges, overcoming some. However, also creating controversy. First, let's discuss the strengths of his career. The public American opinion following the September 11th terrorist attacks were very positive towards how Bush handled the crisis. Specifically, how he created stronger national security by developing the Department of Homeland Security, the Transportation Security Administration, which tightened airport security, and increased intelligence cooperation between government agencies. Previously in Bush's political career, he strived to invigorate education in Texas, similarly to his presidential reforms. Most notably, in 2002, Bush signed the No Child Left Behind Act, increasing government involvement in public schools. As the government became more involved in education, performance in math and reading increased, standardized tests became more available, and decreased achievement gaps between different groups of students. A major accomplishment of Bush's presidency was how he handled the AIDS crisis overseas, prominently doing so by establishing the President's Emergency Plan for AIDS Relief in 2003. The program sent billions of dollars to fight AIDS overseas, especially in Africa, provided medicine and treatment to millions of people, resulting in the saving of millions of lives around the world. The President's Emergency Plan for AIDS Relief was one of the most successful humanitarian programs in modern American history. The biggest controversy of Bush's presidency was the war in Iraq and U.S. involvement due to Saddam Hussein's supposed weapons of mass destruction. The United States invaded Iraq in 2003, but never found any weapons of mass destruction. The war caused controversy due to the invasion being based on faulty intelligence, the loss of hundreds of thousands of lives, and costing the U.S. trillions of dollars. In 2005, the United States was struck with one of the most devastating hurricanes that has ever hit the United States, destroying New Orleans and the Gulf Coast. Many believe that the government under Bush responded slowly and ineffectively to the results of Hurricane Katrina. The issues at hand were delays in rescue and aid efforts, poor coordination between agencies, and thousands of displaced residents left without aid for days. Near the end of Bush's presidency, the United States experienced the financial crisis of 2007 to 2008, becoming the worst economic downturn since the Great Depression. Major banks and businesses struggled, unemployment rose, and millions lost homes due to foreclosure. Many blame the Bush administration regarding policies of financial deregulation, weak oversight of mortgage lending, and economic policies favoring risky market behavior. Well, what do you think? Was George W. Bush a good president, or did he do a poor job at running the country? It's up to you to decide.
This land is your land, this land is my land. I'm a Texas tiger, you're a liberal wiener. I'm a great crusader, you're a Herman Munster. This land will surely vote for me.